The number one thing, and never make this mistake, you need to remember people's names to the best of your ability, and you should use their name in conversation but not excessively. And while we're on the point of names, it's also important that you spell their name correctly. Focusing on others in a conversation, people love to talk about themselves. Have you seen that meme? And it's like, when you're on a date with a guy, the whole time he's talking about himself, and then later on he's like, wow, I think I'm in love with you. It's because people love to talk about themselves, and more than that, they love someone to just be a witness to their life and listen to everything that's going on. So yeah, if you're in a bad date or in any awkward situation, or you don't really want to talk, literally just keep asking the other person questions. To be a better listener means someone is also going to like you more. No one likes someone that's constantly intruding in the conversation or giving short answers or not really listening to them, because it makes us feel unseen and unheard. Never criticize, condemn, or complain. I talk about this in many videos. I've talked about it for maybe 4 or 5 years now. Criticizing, condemning, and complaining, it makes you look like a negative person, and no one wants to be around a negative person. You should never be criticizing or condemning someone in public. If you have something to say to them, you should be pulling them aside and saying it privately. If you're doing it in public, that's a 100% surefire way for them to dislike you, and it's also public humiliation. But you'd be surprised how many people don't know this etiquette. Mirroring someone's body language, voice, tone, rapport, it helps to create a sense of familiarity, safety, and also rapport. So if you're like really excited about something and you can't wait to tell someone, like, oh my god, this happened to me, and we've all been there where you're telling your friend good news and they're like, I'm really happy for you. Well, that's actually making you feel unsafe. You don't feel safe with them as a person anymore at a subconscious level, because they're not mirroring that back to you. And that also can signal, or should I even trust them with such good news? If they were happy for you, they'd be like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. They're like mimicking your tone. Even if they don't really feel happy for you and they simply do that, you're still going to feel safe, because they simply mimicked that body language. And that's the power of body language. Give compliments. Even like something so small, when you first meet someone, it can make them feel really good and like you more. But obviously you want to genuinely mean it. Maybe they have the most terrible style, but their hair is perfect. Compliment their hair. Smile. Simply smiling makes you seem more friendly and more warm, and having open body language, it's more inviting to other people. Showing vulnerability is another way to get people to like you, because if you appear too perfect and you're already very attractive, you're unreachable, unattainable. People subconsciously don't like you as much because you are literally too perfect. So showing a little bit of vulnerability and that you are slightly flawed can help build rapport with another person and create a sense of familiarity and safety as well. Being open with someone and vulnerable is so powerful as well, because it enables you to deepen a connection. Create inside jokes and shared experiences. That deepens the bond. Also focus on solutions and not problems. I've had some friends that I dearly love, and they can be negative without even knowing about it. I mean, we all can be, but sometimes I have to clock them and be like, yo, we need to focus on a solution here. Because even them speaking so negatively, it will impact my own vibe. And that's simply because we don't want to be around negative people, especially if you're doing well, or actually if you're doing bad. You can't handle another negative person trying to bring you down even more. So always be optimistic, always be positive. Yes, we're human. We can't always be that way, but it is not only in your best interest to be this way, but also for the other person. Respecting people's space and boundaries, which is such an obvious one, but you need to be smart with social cues here. If you feel like you struggle with people, or social cues especially, or you're not very self-aware, and you watch this video and you're like, oh, I really need this, you're not self-aware enough. Only when you are self-aware can you become aware of other people. You can't be aware of other people and unaware of self. It does not work that way. Express gratitude. Everyone loves a grateful person. And more than that, being grateful towards other people, and makes them feel seen. No one wants to do something for you if they know you're going to be taking them for granted. Just acknowledge small behaviors they do, and also it reinforces it. Also offer help or support. If someone, I mean, you should be doing that anyway. If someone's clearly struggling and you're silent, you suck. Lastly, guys, stay consistent and reliable. It is one thing to do these psychological tricks at the beginning of a friendship or you know, whatever situation. But these things, they make you a great person as well. So keep it up.